guys? Patrick here with Max Athletic. This is the start to our Zero to Squat program. Basically, I wanted to put this out there for many of you that have followed along with some of my posts and stories, and you don't feel like you're quite ready to jump into an exercise program. This is going to be a little follow along series, and we're going to do it very authentically. That means if I mess up, we're not going to cut it out. It just is what it is. All right. So some ground rules first. We're going to start with just a very basic warm up. I definitely recommend that you make sure your body is ready to go before you start any of this movement. And if anything feels funky or sketchy, it probably is. Stop doing it. Listen to your body. Your body's going to tell you what's good for you right away. All right. So, and these are meant to be done. So this video right here, you're going to want to repeat this 3 times in the week, taking a day as a break in between each of these sessions. We're going to try to keep it very, very short. I'm going to do this with you guys, so that way you can follow along. All right. First thing we're going to do is we're going to just wake up some of the body with some deep breaths and just a little bit of scrubbing to activate the nervous system for some of the main things we're going to do today. Speaking of that, we're going to cover some half squats. We're going to cover some push-ups on a bench or a chair. So I have a bench right here. If you don't have a bench, find yourself something sturdy, especially if you don't have your full push-ups just yet. Find something sturdy. You have a little bit of time to do that right now. Okay? So we're going to go through some squats and some push-up work. You're going to follow along with me, and then we are going to go and do a little bit of core work at the very end, all right? And then all the work here should be done in such a way to where you take a day break, and you should be able to get right back to it. All right, so enough of that. Let's jump right into the warm-up. First thing we're going to do, take the blade of our hand right here, find that first rib. Pinky is going to extend down to the hip. We're going to do it on both sides. We're going to take 5 deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. When we do that, we want to expand, not just front and back, but with our hand here, we're going to be able to feel our breath expanding sideways and back here. That's what we want to do to just loosen up all of this area tends to get really tight. We hold our breaths a lot. We hold a lot of our stress in here. This gets really tight and braced all the time, so we're going to undo a little bit of that right now. All right, so follow along with me. Big, loud breaths. Let's find that first rib. Pinky down by the hip bone. And when we exhale, we're just letting it go. One more. We're going to keep some deep breathing going during this next part as well, but you're going to take your thumb right here. We're going to scrub down your sternum in medium pressure. Once you get to the very bottom of the sternum, you're going to take your fingers and follow the ribs all the way down. Taking some deep breaths the entire time. All right, 2 fingers to the belly button, out and down an inch, and then we're going to make some big holes like drilling. Okay. Last, we're going to take our thumb right along the base of our skull. We're going to scrub all the way down behind the jaw. I'm using my fingers now, and I'm going to pull my jaw forward right under the ears. Should be very unpleasant. That's how you know you're doing it right. All right. Take a brief moment. If there's any little favorite stretch or something you need to do personally to get your body going, do that while I explain one of the concepts that we're going to see a lot. Okay. We're going to start off with 3 sets of some half squats and bench or chair push-ups. You can even use a counter for that. With some holds, and then we're going to actively use our rest time because I'm a big fan of being highly efficient and effective. So we're going to do that. And then our last set, we're going to do as many reps as possible. Now here's the key. Once you're able to do more than 20 reps, you have successfully graduated up to more difficulty. So all of my reps will stop at 20 just for the sake of the video, okay? So it should have been enough time for you to get ready. On our half squats, we're gonna do 8 of these. We want our feet to be slightly outside of our hips. Find a comfortable foot position. You can see my bare feet here, all right? We just don't want to be excessively out. So anywhere between dead on, straight up and down to about 10 degrees out is perfectly fine. From here, we want to grip the floor with our big toe, and we're going to descend into a squat, sending our butt back and then down. But we're only going to go about halfway, nice and slow. Come all the way back up. All right, we're going to get 8, nice and slow, just like this. 3. Remember to keep gripping the floor with those big toes. A couple more. Last one. And on this last one, we're going to hold here for 15 seconds. I sprung that on you. Surprise. This little isometric hold is going to help strengthen the joints, ligaments, tendons, and just add some muscular endurance. All right. So now we're going to go right to our bench push-ups. Depending upon your ability, the higher the chair, counter, bench, whatever you're using, the easier this is going to be. You're going to pick a moderately challenging setting for you. Couple rules here. We're going to squeeze the butt, keeping the butt down, core tight. Our elbows are going to be pointed back towards our feet. Head is up, and we're going to come all the way down as low as we can. Light touch. Come back up at a faster pace. That's 1 rep. And 2. And you notice we're going really slow on the descent. 3. That's on purpose. 4. 2 more on the last one. We're gonna hold halfway down. So let's go about halfway down, and we're gonna hold here. Nice job. We're going to take a little bit of a break. In that break, we're going to efficiently use our time. So we're going to do a standing hip flexor flex. So basically, I'm going to stand just a little bit like this so you can see. Standing up nice and tall, I'm going to try to pull my knee up as high as I can, and then I'm going to squeeze at the top, trying to pull my knee to my shoulders. Look at the other side. Don't fall. Balance. All right, and that's a point I forgot to make. If you have trouble with your balance, make sure there's something with you to be able to brace yourself on. All right, we'll do that again. Powerful squeeze at the top. Same thing on the side. All right, back to our squats. Reset your feet, hands out for balance. Halfway down, nice and slow. 1. 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 7. That's the last one we're going to hold. Nicely done. All right, back to the push-ups. Remember everything nice and tight. Control, nice and slow on the way down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, done, a little bit of a break, more of the hip flexor, and squeeze at the top. And what this will do is over time, building up this hip flexor's ability to pull into this position is going to help you get into a deeper, fuller squat. So we're just making a really strong squeeze at the top. All right, last set here. Here is where we're going to do as many reps as we can, up into 20 reps. Once we hit 20 reps, we know that's time for us to make the movement a little bit more challenging, also known as progression. For these, the tempo is going to be at your own speed. So I'm just going to flow through these nice and smooth, stopping at 20 reps. We are not going to do any of the isometric holds for these, all right? Get your feet set. Let's squat. Nice job. All right. Then we're going to do the same thing with the counter bench chair push-ups. Going to get as many as you can. And we're going to go for quality over quantity. So if you start breaking down, that's your time to stop. Okay? Ready? Go for it. Nice job. All right. Core work time. We're going to do 3 sets of these. We're going to start with a hold for our core area. We're going to do some leg lifts that are going to be targeting, again, that hip flexor, lower ab region. And then we're going to target the backside with a glute bridge, all right? So I'll make a little bit of space. And I'm going to be kind of at a little bit of an angle. We'll talk about this first one. It's going to be a tuck hold. So I'm going to pull my shoulders up, right here with the knees up. So everything is on. I'm trying to elevate my hips and my shoulders. You have the hands out here. We're going to squeeze everything nice and tight like a crunch. I'm going to hold this 15 seconds. All right, and rest. So now we're going to do some leg lifts. Hands can go underneath your hips or out to the side. For these though, I'm going to keep my elbows planted. Whatever feels comfortable for you. Hands underneath the hips, out to the side, or planted right here. Keeping my shoulders up. Legs are straight. My toes are going to be pointed. And just using my lower body, I'm just going to lift my legs up as high as I can. We're only going to get 5. That's 2 already. 3, 4, and 5. Nice. Now we're going to plant feet right next to our butt. We're going to lift our hips up as high as we can, squeezing our butt. We're going to hang out here for 30 seconds. No biggie.
then we're going to go right back into that tuck for another 15 seconds. So again, pull the shoulders up, extend the hands in front of you, pull the knees in, everything nice and tight. Remember to breathe. Back to the leg lifts. Just 5. It's 2, 3, 4, 5. Back to the glute bridge. Now on this, you want to keep everything tight and squeezed. And I'm constantly thinking of driving my hips even further up the entire time. Another cue that could be helpful is to think heavy feet, light hips. And you start to shake a little bit, that is fine, that just means you're working hard. Because trust me, talking to you guys, I'm over here shaking a little bit too, so it's super fun times. All right, final set, back into that tuck hold, everything squeezed nice and tight. Leg lifts, last set. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Last glute bridge. And while we're here, I just want to point this out as I had this thought. For the leg lifts, if you find it very challenging and you can't lift your legs all the way up, that's perfectly fine. But just pay attention to where you're at, because as we do this workout a couple more times and as we progress together, you'll notice that you'll get stronger, your range will get better, this stuff will be a little bit easier. And the idea is we're going to progress and challenge you as your fitness grows, so that we're constantly meeting that new demand, so we're constantly just getting a little bit better each time. And a big thing to remember is it's not about perfect, it's about getting better at our own speed. That is it for today. You guys did fantastic. Repeat this one 2 more times this week. Take a day off in between, and then I will see you on the next one.